Are you a veteran or currently serving? Or perhaps you're a civilian that has a veteran in your life? We want to stack up with you. StackUp.org brings both veterans and civilians together through a shared love of gaming. StackUp serves not only active duty troops and veterans in the U.S., but also our allies throughout the world. We do this through 4 primary programs. Supply crates, giant boxes of the latest in games and gear sent to active duty troops and veterans to raise morale, build camaraderie, and help combat post-traumatic stress. Air assaults, where we fly deserving veterans to life-changing gaming and geek culture events. The Stacks, our local volunteer teams coming together to support military personnel around their community. And our Stop Squad, Stack Up suicide awareness and mental health support team. Our trained volunteers are on call 24/7 if you're looking to talk with someone about your problems. We're here to help. Please reach out to us through StackUp.org to find out how we can support you or the veteran in your life today.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. I am Richard Hurst, and joining me tonight in the booth is always Miss Amanda. Miss Amanda, how are you doing this evening?
I'm great, Richard. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Well, we are once again back at Viva Las Vegas, looking to roll some dice here in the street stocks and see who can win a jackpot tonight. So this is the S.O.G racing league or racing series. They run street stocks here on a Monday night, and we get the pleasure to see these street stocks go where nobody has taken street stocks before. Kind of sounded like Star Trek. Hope they don't copyright me. But it should be a pretty it should be a pretty exciting race here tonight. We have about looks like we have a pretty big field here tonight in these street stocks. I had something in my eye. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. It looks like they are qualifying.
Well, remember, I do believe this is going to be a random. It's going to be random qualifying order. I think we broadcast for so many races, it's kind of hard to keep up with everything, and we don't have a Discord for SOG, but that's okay. I mean, they still will put on a great show. No matter what order they qualify in, and I think they do have the heat that lines up the front row, and but while these guys are putting in some qualifying laps, we are going to go ahead and step aside for our national anthem. So please remove your hats, stand, and place your hand over your heart, and we'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? For the land and the home, the
All right, going back live. All right, and we are back, and it looks like everybody has put in their qualifying laps. We're just waiting for them to grid up. Like I said, we may see that small heat just for the front row going around the track, but should be pretty exciting as of right now. That 007 of Rusty Greer, he is going to be showing on the top spot. Actually, we are going right into our heat, and let's take a look at our lineup. Ooh, I messed up my buttons here. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
There it is. Rusty Greer is going to be taking the pole. We got Larry Andresen. He is going to be starting second. Bergeron is going to be starting third. Reynolds is going to be starting fourth. Pruitt is going to be starting fifth. German is going to be starting sixth. We got Patterson going to be starting seventh. Anthony Mintz going to be starting eighth. Carlos is going to be starting ninth. Helfer is going to be starting 10th. You want to take the rest?
Yes. Jordan will be starting in 11th. Let me see. Did mine shuffle? Or are we on the same? Because I swear you said somebody else a second ago.
You're right.
Clement will be in 12th. Barrett at 13th. Warwick Sr. in 14th. Ebel in 15th. Dickerson in 16th. Purser in 17th. Kramer in 18th. And Novak in 19th.
All right, we still have a few that have not gridded up yet, and that's going to be the 007 James Bond. Actually, it's Bond. James Bond. And there he is. Carolina 007, and we're waiting for Andresen for him to load in. And what happened to my camera? There it is.
What did you do to your camera?
So I was selected a car that was not there, and it just went to the Chinese spy balloon.
That's usually what happens when you try to pick a car that's not there.
All right, so we have seen Las Vegas quite a few times, but we have not seen them in these cars here, and we are getting ready to take our formation lap. Let me make sure I got the sound turned on. There is the sound right there, but we have not seen them in these cars here, so it should be a pretty exciting race, as I'm not exactly familiar how these cars are going to react to the track of Las Vegas. But if it's anything like the trucks, I mean, they are pretty. If it's anything like the trucks, they are probably going to be pretty stable. They're not as fast as the trucks. I've seen them do about 149 miles an hour, you know, down the backstretch. Draft is going to play a factor in this race also, but we're going to see that low line and that high line probably all night here tonight. Probably see a lot of pack racing as they are coming down the backstretch now. So a lot of pack racing. Should be a fun time.
Looks like we got somebody already bumping the wall.
Oh, no. All right, Rusty Greer getting ready to take the green flag as the pace car will dive off this time by. Coming out of turn number 4, pace car is going to make that hard left-hand turn, and it looks like we got a small little gap right there on the bottom line between looks like
Green flag,
7th
green flag.
and 5th, and the green flag is out. And compared to the trucks, the next gens and the Xfinities, you know, all the cars that are and the Arcas, it looked like turtle speed for these cars. But once they get up to speed, it looks like they are going to be a lot of fun. And that 007 of Rusty Greer is going to be taking the lead here very early with the 717 of Bergeron, he is going to be right there, nose to tail. Larry Andresen, he is going to be trying to follow suit with the 7. Pruitt trying to push his way up to the 4th spot, and he is going to be able to do it. It looks like the 9 of Herman Reynolds, he is going to be on the outside. First car on the outside lane, and they are doing a little bobbing and weaving. They do get it all sorted out. So coming down the tri over there, looks like we are going to be 2 by 2 for about 10. Amanda, what are you seeing right there?
So I'm just watching them go side by side, but I'm noticing the paint schemes on some of these cars. And I think there may be a rivalry between 2 of them. The number 9 of Herman Reynolds, if you notice, it has the Superman emblem on the front of it.
Yes.
And then bringing up the back on Steve Dickerson's car, the 23, it says Kryptonite. And if I'm not mistaken, I can't get a good shot of it, but it appears to be who I can't remember the name, but the arch nemesis of Superman is on that car.
You said that car was which one?
The 23. He's all the way in the back. He's bringing up the rear.
Ah, Steve Dickerson. Ah, yes. So I'm not familiar with that character, but Kryptonite. That is actually pretty cool. So yes, we could have a rivalry. We'll have to watch and see if these two get close to each other. What's going to happen? But as far as right now, that 007 of Greer, he is going to be out front and taking command early here in this race. We already have 4 laps completed here at Las Vegas, and they are pretty much all nose to tail. Now, I do not know, and I very much apologize, I do not know the fuel mileage for these cars. But it looks like if we saw it, you know, could be like in Daytona, considering this is a draft-dependent track. Could be a fuel-saving track where you just pretty much hang out and ride along. So far, we have 2 big movers of the race, and that's going to be Matt Weirick. He is going to be up 3 spots and riding in 11th, and Anthony Mintz, he is going to be up 3 spots and riding in 5th in that number 17.
So I found it. It's General Zod.
Oh, so that's the General Zod. All right.
And if you happen to do the chase cam with his car, it has Neil for Zod on the back.
Oh, so that's definitely going to be a rival. You know, so I hope they catch each other at some point in the race. And right now, we are going to be riding with Anthony Mintz. We are going to be riding on his bumper cam as he is right there behind Pruitt. And Pruitt has got that Bugs Bunny scheme, or Looney Tunes scheme, I'm sorry. Got Bugs Bunny right there on the back. That Wesley rabbit.
Hey, Richard, I found a new car.
Did you?
I did. The 993 of Alan.
Alan Person. All right, let's go take a look at that. Hardee's. I love their biscuits. They're my favorite.
Told you I found you a car.
That is my kryptonite right there. Hardee's floated omelet biscuit. They're to die for.
So, trying to get a better view on some of these cars.
Well, there is that 717 of Bergeron, and Bergeron has an interesting paint scheme. As you know, let's ride on the bumper cam of Greer here, and we'll go to the gearbox cam. That old paint scheme, and that's probably a 90s model Dodge Daytona, 91, 92 paint scheme. And I used to actually love the body style of that car. It was their little 4-cylinder sports car that came in rear-wheel drive for the sports model and front-wheel drive for the economy version.
Yeah.
And they also came turbo trim. 2.2, I believe it is. turbocharged. Even though it was turbocharged, it was still not very fast. Let me tell you.
I mean, that's like the Dodge SRT4.
Oh, the little neon.
No, if you called it a neon on the lot, they looked at you funny. It's an SRT4.
Oh, well, it looks like we got a little bit of a side-by-side battle, and that's going to be the 069 of Carlos and the 2 of Wyrick. They are going to be side by side, and it looks like Carlos is going to be able to take it over. And here comes that Hardy's car that you were just talking about. He is going to be trying to make the move on the inside of the 3. So 3 might be losing a position, and that's going to be Terry Barrett. Terry Barrett looking to the outside. 42 going to try to make his way through that. That's going to be Jack Clement. And you got a 12 right there also. That's going to be Seth Kramer. Kramer is up 3 positions from where he started. Alan Purser is going to be the biggest mover of the race so far. Coming up 5 positions from where he started. So he started back in 15th position, and he's worked his way up. And that's going to be that Hardy's car. Back out front, they're pretty much a nose and tail. 007 is being pushed by the 717 with the 04 in pursuit. That's going to be Andresen with Tim Pruitt right there in 4th place. Oh, what we got?
Terry Barrett just slammed into the wall.
Oh, yes, he's got that right door. That right side door is going to be crinkled up, and it looks like they are going to be going 3 wide. Nope, it looks like the 56 could not get there. That's going to be Brad Ebel.
You know what I forgot?
Oh, yeah, you forgot to send me a link. Well, as soon as Miss Amanda, it's not too late. As soon as Miss Amanda sends me a link, we will go side by side and take a look and see what happened to that number 3.
All right, I can show you exactly what happened. I'll have to run it back for a moment, but it's fine.
Where'd you send the link?
I'm sending it to you on Discord.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, so while you get that opened up, give me a minute to run it back. Looks like that damage has not done him well.
No, it looks like it has affected his car quite a bit.
All right. All right, you tell me when you're ready.
All right, yes, ma'am, I am ready. Show us what you got.
Right. So, you got your eyes on the 3, but keep your eyes also on the 12 of Seth Kramer. We're going to kind of take it a little bit slow. So I could be wrong, but when I first looked at it, it looked like the 12 of Seth Kramer came up and collided with the 3 of Terry Barrett.
All right, this happened right there in turn number 3, and you know, possibly he is riding really close to that white line. So that could be a factor, and it looks like right there he goes underneath that white line, and it shoots that car up. And guess who's right there? There's that number 3.
And there is the contact that sends the 3 sliding into the wall.
So that's unfortunate for that number 3 of Barrett, and he has fallen off hard.
All right. Go back to the rest of the race. Dickerson has taken to the pits and is not coming out.
Well, I hate to see that for Dickerson, but out front is still pretty much one long line of racing. We'll go back through the field and see if we can find any battles going on, and it looks like everybody. We have a little 4-car battle back here, and that's going to be the 79. Nicholas Novak, Seth Kramer. We got Brad Ebel and Don Jordan back here wrapping up the 17th place. And all the way back here is going to be that number 3 Good Ranch ride of Terry Barrett. But James Bond, that 007 of no, I'm just playing. Rusty Greer, he is going to be still out here leading. So far, he has led every lap. 17 out of 60 are complete. What Bergeron right there has not left the bumper of that 007. You have the 9. He was way down there on the apron in the tri-oval trying to make up some ground to catch up to that number 31 right there in front of him. That's going to be Troy Patterson. Troy Patterson is pretty much right there where he started with Rodney German in that number 69 right there in front of him in 6th. Anthony Mentz still up 3 positions, riding around in the 5th position in that number 17. But so far, still biggest mover is going to be that number 993.
Looks like Terry Barrett has entered the pits now. Possibly, I don't know. I can't tell if they disconnected or they're just taking a break in the pit.
Nap time?
Yeah. Oh, and Barrett is out of the pits. So Steve is just going to be down there taking a nap.
Well, if the caution does come out and he goes a lap down, he will get his lap back. He will get the lucky dog. And I want to go right here. If you look at the back of Carlos's car, he has an awesome design. If Wyra can get up to the back, I can't make out what that is. The chase cam is not close enough to really see what that is, but that is a very cool design on the back of that 069 of Carlos. Let me know if you can see. Oh, we got pit goers already. He dove in the pits.
Well, perfect. Give him a second to stop so I can really see the back of his car.
And we got a challenge for the 2nd position. It looks like Rodney German in that 69 Purple Fanatec. He is going to make his move on the outside of the 04 of Andresen. Is he going to be able to get there? Right now, he has the 2nd position coming down the backstretch. Now he's going to be challenging for the lead. He got a heck of a run coming off of turn number 2, and now he's challenging for the lead on the outside in turn number 3. He is going to be side by side, and the 717 is going to get a little bit loose, and so is the 69. And that was pretty much a big chaos going into the pits. Maybe a little bit of contact between the 717 and the 69, but Rodney German was able to get on the pits, first out of all that, and a lot of long pit stops going on, and there goes the other group. They are finally coming out of the pits. So about 22 laps they can go on a tank of fuel, it looks like. Maybe a little bit less, between 20 and 22. So either way, it is it's a 3-stop race. 64 of Helfer is out there on the track, and he is making his way around with Carlos right there in tow. Rusty Greer fell back to 15th, so I wonder if he took a gas and go. He's got Nicholas Novak right there behind him, and Seth Kramer riding around in the 17th position. So Rodney German was out first with the 717 of Bergeron right there behind him. You got Larry Andresen. He is going to be right there coming out of the pits in 3rd. Anthony Mintz going to be following suit in 4th. Now he is up 4 positions from where he started. Tim Pruitt, he is going to be riding around in the 5th position. And Helfer and Carlos have made up some positions with their pit strategy. Amanda?
Well, it looks like Helfer made it up 4 positions from where he started, and Carlos is up 2 from where he started. I still can't figure out what's on the back of his car either.
I was trying, but I can't see
I
it very well.
I got nothing. I tried.
Well, Jack Clement has Nicholas Novak right there, all on the back bumper of that number 42. He is going to be riding that high line. Let's see how he makes out in that DuPont number 79. And it looks like he's going to lose some position. So that high line is not the fastest as of right now. Coming through the tri-oval, he is going to drop all the way back, maybe to 16th place. And look who is back. That's going to be Terry Barrett. We saw him diving into the pits a little bit early, get some of that damage fixed that he made contact with. Oh, and the 12 is loose. And he had contact with the 2. 3 had to check up once again, and because he had the check up, he may lose the draft. So that is another unfortunate event for the number 3 of Terry Barrett, or Barrett. Well, you got the 56th and the 6th riding in suit, and they are going to be in 17th and 18th place, but they are pretty much nose to tail. You got that 6 right up on the back bumper of the 56, just pushing him around the track like it was the last lap. But they got some ground to make up, as they are pretty much about 3 seconds back from Barrett, and Barrett has fallen off to about 1.1 seconds from Kramer. So we got a few packs going on here, and the 2 leaders, they are pretty much still nose to tail. You got Rodney German leading this pack, or leading his 2-car pack right here at lap 26 out of 60, and Bergeron right there in second. Larry Andresen, he is going to be leading his little 2-car pack with Anthony Mintz right on the back bumper, and way back there in the back, about 5 seconds back, is going to be Tim Pruitt. He has got about a 5-car pack right there behind him. So if they work together, nose to tail, they might be able to catch these leaders right there in front of them. Amanda?
I'm sitting here watching the same thing you're watching, actually. It's like Jonathan is giving Rodney a push. And then further back, you've got, who is that? Oh, that's Alan Purser and Rusty Green.
Well, 5-car pack versus two 2-car packs. We'll have to see how this plays out, because they are quite a ways back there. Now, they do have green flag pit stops to make once again if we don't see a caution, and we should see those pit stops happen right around lap 40 as they're coming through the tri-oval into turn number 1. And you got a nice little battle right there. Is that the 42? Yeah, he looks like he's falling back a little bit.
Yes, he is falling back a little bit. Looks like he's gonna fall into that line of 5. And yeah, it's when they get like this, and especially in these cars, because you and I have driven in the street stocks, and they're not as easy to control as everybody makes them look.
No, you are right about that. The steering aspects of these cars are so much different, and I even have a little bit of trouble driving it. I do okay. Not as well as I do in the trucks. I raced a little bit there at Phoenix, and I actually won that race. I was actually very surprised that I won. But as far as these cars compared to any other car on the track, they are very, very different, and sometimes can be very difficult to handle.
I can tell you it's definitely not my forte. I can't do it.
Well, 5-car pack versus a 5-car pack, and they are all trying to catch the two 2-car packs way out in front. And as we hit halfway here at Las Vegas, it looks like it could be a Rodney German and Bergeron 1-2 finish. If they can hold the lead as far out as they are, they have extended their lead to about 2 seconds. Still got about 5 seconds in between Mintz and Reynolds. And Reynolds in that number 9 Superman ride, DC Comics. He has got Tim Pruitt. He's going to be right there behind him, pushing like there is no tomorrow on the back bumper of that number 9. And you got Helfer, Patterson, and Carlos right there finishing out that little 5-car pack.
You know, I was kind of looking forward to Superman and the Kryptonite battle.
Yeah, but he just parked it.
I
General Zod lost. And
No,
there
he
he is.
stepped back. He stepped back. Can't
Well,
say he lost. He stepped back for whatever reason. But you know, we see a lot of connection issues and things of that nature with different drivers. So there's no telling what's happened.
you are correct about that.
That doesn't mean we don't have a lot of good racing still on this track.
Oh,
And
yes.
honestly, I'm very impressed because these guys are holding it together, and I would have wrecked like every corner.
A wreck coming out of the pits. Wreck going slow.
I wrecked gridding up.
Not even moving your cars upside down. I was like, what the hell?
Yep. That part.
Well, it looks like we might have a little bit of a 10-car battle going on here in the next few laps, as that 007 of Rusty Greer, he was the leader at one point in time when the race did start, but that quickly changed. But they are slowly but surely catching the 069 of Carlos. As you can see, that gap did close up very quickly, and we can see these 10 cars start battling out. As far as the leaders go, I believe they are gone. I believe that time is actually extending just a little bit, but this little two 5-car packs, they have pretty much caught each other as Rusty Greer. Looks like the 069 had a little bit of issues. I saw some sparks flying from the gearbox cam, so he may have had a little bit of issues, maybe some checking up or something like that. I did not quite see it, but they have caught each other. Now let's see if this 10-car pack can catch the next 2-car pack, which is going to be Anthony Metz. We'll throw a track map up on the screen so you can take a look and see where these guys are at.
We're on the same car. Let me move.
I'm on the full screen. You're good.
Oh.
And there is the track map. You can see the distance between everybody. You have the 69 coming through the tri-oval. There they are. And then you have the 17 and the 04 of Andresen right there coming crossing the start-finish line. And just right about now. Oh, and there's a wreck. And it's going to be the 993 is going to be involved. And it looks like the 2 might be involved also. Yes, the 2 is involved. 42 might have been involved. So, Miss Amanda, we see our first caution of the night.
Yes, we do.
So I will let you.
And yet it only shows me. Oh, there we go. Now it tells me there was a crash. All right. So, oh, that was just throw you into it. Sometimes SDK is nice and sometimes it is not. I think tonight it decided that it was not going to be nice anymore.
No.
All right, are you ready?
We are ready.
All right, so we're going to watch this for the first time together.
Oh, the 42
Okay,
got in the side of the
42.
2.
Who then got in the side of the 993.
So,
And look at the 42 went straight to the pits after that.
well, hopefully the 993, hopefully his biscuit is not done. Well, it's something that Rodney German did not want to see, but we probably will see pit road be very, very busy. He did not want. He saw that breakaway that him and the 717 had going on, and they had over a 2-second gap between them and third place of Andresen. So that's not something that they wanted to see. They could have had a 2-car breakaway and possibly had a 1-2 finish with those 2. But that's going to change the dynamics of this race, and Jack Clement, he is going to get his lap back.
Looks like we are all taken to the pits. We have our logo.
All right, well, pit road was very busy, and we had a few other takers that came in and did a top off. So that could change the dynamics of this race, as we still will have to have at least one more pit stop before the checker flag waves. So some drivers went in, took a few extra, maybe a gallon extra gas. But as of right now, we do have a new leader, and that's going to be the 17 of Anthony Mintz. He is going to be one of the biggest movers, but not the biggest mover. The biggest mover is actually going to be that Hardy's car of Alan Purser. He was involved in that incident, but he was able to get back out there, and now he is up 12 positions, riding around in 5th. You got Brad Ebel. He is going to be right there in 7th. He is going to be the second biggest mover, up 8 positions, and it looks like everybody is going to bring it right back down pit road for some extra go-go juice. So Rusty Greer, love to see that caution. That's going to put his 007 back out front. You got Roddy Derman. He is going to be riding around in the second position. We saw him leading just before the caution with the 717 of Bergeron. He is going to be right there in third. He was all over the back bumper of that number 69 of German, and they had a little two-car breakaway along with Andresen. He was right there in third place before the caution flew. You know what? I want to go to a nose cam, and I want to see. Can Novak see the back of Carlos's car? I don't think
Maybe.
Who is behind Carlos?
Novak. Now Troy Patterson.
All right, Troy Patterson. Nope, Troy Patterson is in front. So I need whoever's directly behind him.
You know
what? So they're not lined up properly unless everybody got a black flag, which I believe they did. Because they went into a closed pit, so they did get a black flag, and the green flag is about to fly once again here at lap 40 with only 20 laps to go. Let's see if that 007 can keep that lead. Oh, and we got a wreck already, and that's going to be the 9 of... The 9 was out of shape. Now, I do want you to go... I want to go side by side now. I want to take a look at that incident right there at the green flag.
All right. You know, it did not give us a wreck warning.
No, because it wasn't... it wasn't a big one, but it looks like the 993 was involved also once again.
Oh.
Let me know when you're ready, and I'll go side by side.
I am ready when you are.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do it.
For the record, I have not been giving driving lessons.
Oh, it looks like the 9 maybe spun the tires, or maybe was just trying to get out of the
I
way.
I think the 9 might have been going for that outside line, and the 993 had the same idea at the same time. And so, these cars don't have horns, they have the chrome horn. So this is how I tell you, get out of my way.
Well, that 007 has made it back out in front, and he plans to keep it with only 19 laps to go, coming to 18 as they cross the start-finish line. It looks like the 007 and 717, they might try to take command of this race with Rodney German fighting on the outside. He's got the 04 of Andresen right there along with him, and he's got a lonely car right back there, and I believe that's going to be the 64 of Doug Helfer. Doug Helfer trying to make that outside work. 42 going to drop down to the apron. I believe he is going to be a lap down. Yes, he is. That's going to be Jack Clement. And he's going to let everybody by, not give him any hassle of while he goes another lap down. Well, while we got some green flag racing, let's go back to a full screen and let everybody see what's exactly going on up here towards the front. And it's going to be Rodney German still on that outside. It looks like the 17 of Anthony Mintz. He is going to look to the outside also. And now we got about 4 cars looking to the outside. Can they get up there to the front? It's going to be a 4v5 battle for track position if they can close that gap and catch up to that 04. Amanda? Well, Amanda's not there, but looks like Nicholas Novak in that number 79. He is going to be the biggest mover of the race, up 13 positions from where he started. He started in 19th, and now he is looking at a 6th place right now and looking for more. Can he make it up to the front and win here in Las Vegas? Can he roll the dice and maybe win that jackpot? We shall find out, as we only have about 16 to go, coming to 15, and this will get very, very interesting, as they did go into the pits and take extra fuel, but do they have enough? Will the hard racing cause somebody to run out? We shall see. I know everybody was probably shutting off and clutching through the caution laps, but we shall see, as Rodney German, he is going to be side by side with our leader, Rusty Greer, and they are pretty much going to be door to door as they come down the backstretch with the 04 of Larry Andresen right there behind him, giving that 69 all he has just to get him out front. He wants a good finish. They all want a good finish, so it's just a matter of which line is going to have the most momentum. And right now, that bottom line is going to look like it has more momentum coming out of the turns, but it looks like Rusty Greer is going to be able to carry the speed down the front stretch. Amanda, where'd you go?
I am right here. I don't know what happened, Richard. I had to turn my headset off and turn it back on.
You need a wired headset.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely not. Not doing it. Not doing it.
Don't you want to be wired
Can't
down?
do it. Absolutely not. I cannot be wired down, sir. Too much. Way too much.
Well, it looks like we got a small little battle back here in the back. Even though it's for 13th and 14th, it looks like Herman Reynolds, he is going to be looking to take a position away from Brad Ebel, and that's going to be for the 13th position. 9 was able to get there. You got Don Jordan right there in 15th. He's going to be he's going to be pretty much the last car in this big pack. Tim Pruitt in that Looney Tunes car. He is at the back of this main pack, and he might be looking to make some moves here, as we only have 12 laps to go here at Las Vegas. And this big pack is still side by side with 4 on the outside, and you have, looks like, about 6 on the bottom. So it's still
Oh, you must be up towards them. Oh yeah, you're up in the middle. I'm in the back.
You're in the back. What's happening in the back?
I'm in the back. So I did have 4 on the outside, 2 on the inside. Now I've got 4 on the inside, 2 on the outside again. We're going a little bit side by side back here.
Well, since we have 2 packs, we'll stay side by side. And we only have 11 laps to go. And this front pack is still putting on a great show. And I'm just wondering how long they are going to hold it before they start trying to use a little bit of side draft. Here they come down the backstretch, and they are still 2 by 2 for at least the first 4 rows. And you got Carlos, looks like he got out of shape just a little bit in that 069. He's riding, he doesn't know which line he wants to take. He's trying to high line, he's trying to low line, he's trying to see which line is going to give him the most momentum off the corner. And it looks like he may have figured it out, because he did close up that gap right there in front, right there behind Novik.
So I don't know if you just saw that, Richard, but these guys are actually going 3 wide.
Oh my God, yes they are. The
The 6,
993.
the 12, and the 42. Yep.
Ooh, a little bit of contact with the 3 again. And who was that, the 2? Or no, that was the 56. So
Yeah, that was the 56. So these guys are definitely bold and brave.
bold and brave they are with only 9 laps to go. It's still anybody's race. Will we see that last minute caution as the laps tick down, the racing heats up? Will we see another caution before the race ends? We shall see. As the 69 tries to pinch the 717 down low, and he wasn't able to get there. He was afraid of the door check, so he did give him a little bit of room, and it's still a 4v6 up here at the front with the high line and the low line. Rodney German trying to give it all he has to get the lead, and he's just not able to get there. That 007 has that 717 all over the back bumper, and that 69 needs a little bit of help on the back stretch or the front stretch, but the 17 has closed the gap. The 04 is looking to close the gap coming out of turn number 2. And it looks like they are going to be side by side once again. 04 needs to get on the back bumper of that 69 to push that 69 to the front, and he does. And once they get to turn number 3, this is where that bottom line is going to prevail, and the 007 is going to be able to take the lead over once again with only 7 laps to go as they cross over the start-finish line. Is going to be Rodney German fighting for that second position, which he does have a little bit of advantage on. But it looks like you lost a car in that pack, Amanda.
I did. Where did he go?
Brad Ebel.
Brad Ebel has fallen back. You know, I blinked and yawned and he disappeared.
Don't say you yawned.
I did. It's been a long day.
I'm so sorry.
That's right. It happens.
But it is a pretty exciting race. I mean, there's a lot of side-by-side action. We saw a little bit of nose-to-tail action, pretty much one big long line of cars until the pit stops started happening. And now with 6 laps to go, it is still anybody's race up here at the front. Coming to turn number 3, they will cross the start-finish line with 5 laps left. Rodney German still trying to make something happen on the outside, with Nicholas Novik still up 13 positions from where he started. This could be an exciting finish with this big pack of cars. You got a lot of cars back there, and they are trying to catch, but it looks like the 4th place car in line is going to step out just a little bit.
He said, "No way, Jose."
Well, it looks like we got another car joining the top line, and 17 said, nah, if you're going to take the high line, I'm going to go with the low line. And it looks like the 17 is going to go tuck it underneath the 64 of Doug Heffler. But can Anthony Mintz, can he make the pass? And he does. He's got a 79 right there in front. He's giving the 79 a heck of a push going into turn number 1. He does back off so he doesn't get that car loose and cause chaos up here at the front. But they are pretty much 6 by 6 on the top and the bottom row. Oh, I'm sorry, 6 by 5. So still a lot of shuffling, but that 69 of Rodney German, he is hanging on the outside. Really, just these two cars don't have really a push from the back. So they are pretty much by themselves up here towards the front. Well, with 3 laps to go, it's going to start getting real dicey up here towards the front because everybody wants to win. And I think some of these guys in the back are waiting for these other guys to mess up just a little bit. It looks like Novak got a little bit of a push, and he got sideways just a little bit. But that 69 is looking strong on that outside. He needs a little bit more help to make this high line work. And it looks like we got a couple cars falling back, and that's going to be the 17 of Anthony Mintz. They are looking to go 3 wide. The 04 was out of shape. He went really wide coming through the tri-oval, but he tucks it back in, and the 17, where did he go? Anthony Mintz is very slow on that backstretch. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but we only have 2 laps to go. Coming down the backstretch, it is still 2x2. It looks like they might be thinking of taking it 3 wide. The 04 steps out to see who is going to go with him. 64 steps out to see if the 7 would go with him, and the 7 never moved, so he might not have a friend out there. And there goes the 7. He is going to look 3 wide, and a white flag is going to fly. White flag is brought to you by Pierce Graphics. Pierce Graphics is a proud affiliate of the Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. We appreciate everything that Pierce Graphics does for us. If you ever need any graphics done, tickers, towers, whatever you need, give our good buddy Pierce Graphics holler on Facebook, on Instagram. And the 007 is going to be on the apron. Is he out of gas? He is going to be out of gas on the apron. Rodney German is going to bring it to the to the checkered flag, and he is going to win here tonight at Las Vegas. He rolled the dice. He took a little bit of extra fuel, and he is going to be our winner chicken dinner. And that was a pretty amazing race. What do you say, Amanda?
That was an incredible finish. They all made it across right there, bumper to bumper, but nobody wrecked.
Well, Rusty Greer, he was out there leading a lot of laps, and he did not make the fuel mileage. But what a battle that he put on. He made that 69 work for it. And there you see the 7 of Tim Pruitt. He is down there, and I think he hit the wall. But the race is over. So let's go through our finishing order. And it looks like Rodney German is going to bring home the win here in his 69 Chevrolet Mustang.
I mean,
Bergeron is going to bring home a second. It looks like Andresen is going to bring home third. Patterson is going to bring home fourth. Helfer is going to bring home fifth. It looks like Carlos is going to bring home sixth. Pruitt, seventh. Anthony Mintz is going to be eighth. And Rusty Greer is going to be ninth. Take it away.
and 10th is going to be Herman Reynolds. 11th will be Don Jordan. 12th will be Seth Kramer. 13th is Nicholas Novak. 14th is Terry Barrett. 15th is going to be Brad Ebel. 16th is Alan Purser. 17th is Matt Warwick. 18th is Jack Clement. And 19th is going to be Steve Dickerson.
Well, usually we would bring up our race winners or our podium finishers, but they do have a different Discord, and I was having problems with that this evening, so I was not able to join them. But we will try to catch them next time and talk to them just a little bit about their Las Vegas race. But it was a very fun race. It was a very quick race. It was only 60 laps, but it was very fun to sit here and watch.
Absolutely.
To see a street stock at tracks that we don't really see them at is pretty awesome, as we were racing Ferraris at tracks they don't really run on. But
Speak for yourself, sir.
but
Speak for yourself.
so tonight's biggest movers is going to be Novak. He finished in 13th, and it's going to be Kramer. He finished in 12th. Those were the two biggest movers. They both were up 6 positions. Novak was up as far as 13 positions at one point, but I think he ran out of gas also. So fuel mileage was a big factor in this race. And some made it and some did not, but very fun race. Well, if you enjoy these broadcasts, definitely tune in to our broadcasts on. We broadcast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Tomorrow night we're going to have Old Glory Truck Series, and then Wednesday we will have Old Glory Genesis Cup Series.
Genesis.
And then Thursday we will have the North American Stock Car Racing League. They are a brand new league. If you want to, try your hand at some of the street stocks, definitely reach out to the North American Stock Car League. They, like I said, they just started and they're looking for drivers. So come out, try to have some fun, and get broadcasted. Sunday is our 4 wide series that we broadcast for, and all the racing that we put on is a lot of clean racing, a lot of green flag laps, and they are very awesome to watch. So definitely make sure you tune in. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and know when we go live. But as far as myself, I think that's all I have. Miss Amanda, do you have anything else?
I do believe you have covered everything, Richard.
Yeah, I know I talk too much.
You said it, I didn't.
Don't let you have any airtime. God. No, I'm just playing.
Jeez.
But I want to thank S.O.G for having us on board and letting us broadcast their racing. But that's going to be all for us tonight. We appreciate everybody stopped by and tuned in to watch the broadcast. We will catch y'all tomorrow night for Old Glory Truck Series. So y'all have a good night. Have a good rest of your work week. If we don't talk to you before then, God bless.